Happy New Year to everyone. I'm in my conservatory workshop. Just made those two. They're over 42 inches long. I need them 42, but I'll cut them when I get down to the van. But I've coated them with my old carpet, and that's only to stop stuff rattling in them. It's not for visual this time, because it's in the boot. The two shelves on the driver's side are not tall enough. Stuff falls out and rolls across the van. So I've made two of those. And I'm also found a new use for my lager. I'm in the middle of making the table. My clamps aren't wide enough to clamp the board up. This is the table, the drop-down table on the end of the kitchen, and so I'm using it to hold down. Well, it'll be until tomorrow now, to keep it as well. But I can't find my. I bought a pair of drop-down table leaves hinges, and I'm beggared if I can find them. But anyway, I've got that far with that. I've got those two made, and then there's just there's a couple of hooks to go in the boot as well. And then I've made myself a list. I've fetched that one back in, that one window blind on the driver's side, because I found a complete curtain to be able to put a curtain material on the inside of it. I ran out of glue, so I had to go B&Q and buy some. But then that section there, the front switch panel that's in by the table there, isn't big enough. I mean, I've got the voltmeter in there, which I don't really need, but I want 2 cigarette lighters, one working off the van ignition and one working off the leisure battery. That's as though the one that's off the van ignition, I can plug that one in and charge him whilst I'm driving, because he's always been kept on the floor up the front under the table for me as a backup. Well, I charge my phones and up and everything off him, and he'll last a good bloody week charging the phones and that up. But yeah, there's a couple more switches, 2 cigarette lighters. There's one USB in there at the moment, so I want 2 USBs, so that'll be 4 USB sockets altogether. And there's a couple of more switches I want. One to turn the split charge on and off, and odds and sods like that. So this is just upgrades. What I found didn't work. So anyway, next time I'll see you, I'll be in the van fitting those. Right, that's me blind covered. There you go. So that's the driver's side now done. So that's both of them identical now. And they are both different sizes. Mainly because there's a frame around the one on the driver's side and there's no frame around the one on the passenger side. And that's because there ain't enough room between the door and the side of the van. So that's it. I'll take those bits now and go and fit it all. Right, that fits in that windy hole quite well, and let's just go outside and have a look. Oh, ow. Ooh, there's the glue on this path. There you go. Although you can't see through the yeah. Still a ledge in there as well, so I can leave the stuff. Now that was my movement sensor going off, the alarm. So that's that done. In the back now. Right. Turn lights on. Is what it is. Look, is those 2 shelves. If I move this out of the way,
the stuff keeps sliding out. So I've made a 4-inch upstand, and hopefully that'll stop the stuff sliding out, and it'll match these backboards. Those backboards already had carpet on it, so I thought, oh, well, stick it on there, and it'll help stop that stuff rattling against the side of it. So I'll cut and finish those two now. Alright, that's those two on. And yeah, even though I started screwing it, the stuff was falling on me. So anyway, that's screwed up there temporarily. Well, I'll say temporarily, permanently temporarily. Until it starts to play up. Oh, these bloody boxes are useless. Bloody close there, one. Oh, now that one's gone inside, that's it. Come on. Oh, that is him. Alright. There, that's those two done. That's the front screen done. Right. Let's just make a switchboard now. But I'll take my time over that. It's New Year's Eve, and it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to go in, shit, shower, shave, glad rags on, and I'll have an early day at it. Because I don't go out at night time. Yeah, just don't go out at night. I don't see the point. It's heaving then. Right. New Year's Day 2023. Happy New Year to you all. And I don't know whether I should be doing it. I want it to match, so I'm going to use some of my tiles. I've got enough there to cover that. I've taped all the way around the outside of it, so I don't get glue on the wood, and I am going to glue the hell out of them, because I want them to stick, because they're going to be on their side most of the time. The table isn't going to be up all the time. It's going to be dropped down against the side of the cabinet. I've already taken it down to the van and test fitted it. I found the gear, the hinge for it, the drop down leaf thingy bobby, what do you call them, I call it. So I'm going to glue the hell out of it and stick them all on there. I mean, the sun's out, and what does it decide to do now? It's chucking it down. Yeah. I thought today was supposed to have been okay, and I can't do it inside because of the glue. Bloody flies everywhere. It flies everywhere, so I ain't allowed to do it in there no more. So it'll wait. Well, I'm quite surprised. It's glued down okay. And listen, Sue. No squeak. Yeah, it has glued down perfect, I think. Only time will tell. You know, you can hear if there's a bubble underneath it, but there's no bubbles. And I can feel it through the handle that there's no ups and downs. So I'm happy enough with that. There. Another job done. Well, not yet. I found the thing to put underneath it. So I might have to stick another board underneath for it to screw to, because it's not very thick. So I might have to put a small board underneath just to be able to screw, you know, glue it down, and just as I can screw to it. So that remains to be seen. Right. Nothing to do but wait for those to dry. So I'll see you January 2nd. Got glue everywhere. It'll sand down. Yeah, that's all I can do. You know, can't make it dry instantly.
even contacted these if it would have, eventually pulled apart. So it'll do for now. Well, it's now Monday the 2nd. I've left it overnight to go off, so I'm going to just sit you down on the side if I can. That's bloody junk on there. There you go. It's time to remove those. Looking at the glue that end, I'm still not going to carry on with it because it ain't dry. It's still white. I'll check to see if it's soft. If it's still soft, then I won't. It's all down there, look. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it's quite hard. Yeah, it's quite hard. Yeah, I'll carry on. Right, we'll go down the van and see if we can sort it. I'll do a bit more rubbing it down before I take it down there, though. So leave it with me for a while. Right, I got those screwed on to the top itself. If I can, there you go. That locks it into place, and I've had to offset it slightly. I think it was only 3mm for the thickness of the trim around the outside. I haven't got the paint off there yet. There's the paint off it. All under my nail. There's a bit more there. That's because I gave it a second coat in it after I unmasked it. So, right, I'm going to have to try and attempt to hold it up level with the top and screw it at the same time. Made a mess again. There you go. That's what it's like. It's flush with the front, it's flush with the top of the edge of that trim, not the surface, and it's looking okay. And if I set that down again, so you can see, I can come in and 2 little buttons underneath, and it's down. Nicely folded away, flush against the side. I don't think it's going to rattle much either, but I will put a clamp of some sort just to hold it in place when I'm driving. I don't think it's going to rattle though. So that's all nice and flush in there. I still haven't got, I don't know what glue they use to put the stickers on. Man, it's a pain in the ass to get off. There you go. I might have to put a spacer underneath the bottom, underneath the back of that, because to me that's sloped forwards and I have still got just a little lift on it. So, shut them up. It's alright, I just put the Power Oak solar panel out to be able to drag me a bit more power, because I was only fetching in 1.5 amps, well 1 amp with a lay down on the roof, so I got it on the end there. It is slightly covered still. I can never see this one. Yeah, wait for it to flick over. 16 volts off the panels, that's all. 3.5 amps I'm getting now. It was only 1 amp before. There, that's it. That's all I'm doing. My other daughter's just arrived, so I gotta go in by the sounds. And although I let her come out, save me the walk on it. Yeah, so let's have some lights on. There you go. They didn't keep the bed warm, and that one's still flashing. It flashes on and off every now and then.
But I have, there he's on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. I have got another strip, brand new roll, and I will put that in. There. So still got glue on there. Right, that's it. That's the 2nd of January, and if I haven't wished it already, Happy New Year. Oh, I've coated that one as well, by the way, and that one's for this window. The other one for that window is up in the box. I can now start to empty my box. Oh, look at that. That roller tape was on top of there and has slid the drawer top off there. There you go. Right, I'm chuffed with that. I am chuffed with that. Very chuffed. So, on to the next job. I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue. You know, the daughter keeps looking at me and saying it looks like the lights are on, but there's nobody home. So I'll just get on and do something now. So I'll catch you on the next job. Cheers.